Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where what were we actually doing? We were at war. What were we doing? What is this war? Up over here? Okay, sure. Yeah, I guess we were at war up here. Now, it was definitely a little laggy zooming in and out there. I'm hoping that cleans up. I tried to figure out what was causing the frame drops. It was only happening in Crusader Kings. It appears that I was unsuccessful in figuring that out because I'm definitely still seeing frame drops. It's literally only in Crusader Kings, and if you're watching this, it's very consistent. I tried updating my graphics drivers, I've tried restarting. I guess I have not tried, like, turning down the anti-aliasing to, like, MSAAX2, but that shouldn't be causing this. Yeah, maybe it's like a VSync issue? I don't know. We'll go back to X8, and we are capping the FPS. Maybe it's doing that. Yeah, VSync is all off. It should be fine. I've racked my brain trying to figure out why we're seeing frame drops. I have no idea. I've done everything I can think of. Crusader Kings seems to just hate me. I don't know. I got nothing. But it's bothering me. It's bothering me a lot, actually. It's only happening in Crusader Kings. None of the other games. Only Crusader Kings. And it's happening very consistently for the past few days. They didn't make a patch. I didn't install a mod. As far as I can tell, nothing changed. I should try reverting to a different save, probably. Or, like, starting a new game and seeing if it's related to our save game. It might just be, like, because we're so frickin' huge that the game is just... I wonder. Hang on. I'm going to check something. It seems to be happening like every other day tick. Is it happening when we're not ticking? Yes, actually, it is. That's a very consistent hitch. I got nothing. I'm going to try to pretend that it's not there. I'm sorry. I apologize for any inconvenience that looking at that might cause your eyes. I have no idea what's causing it. It's not hardware. It seems to just be Crusader Kings. It might be related to how big we are. Possibly. Actually, you know what? I'm going to test that. I should do this off camera, but I'm going to make a save here. And let's check loading like a really old save. It would also be kind of fun to go back to an old save and be like, this is all the way back in Prussia. Hilarious. I haven't cleaned those up. This is in the Lambakana Empire. That's exciting. But we're going to go back to, like, this guy. A really long time ago. This is like 3 months ago. We're going to load that. Now, I'm not planning on ticking. I just want to check the performance. It's fine. Okay, so the problem with the performance then is entirely to do with our nation's size, I think. I think that we just are at such a large size that Crusader Kings is starting to crumble under the stress. Kind of like late game Stellaris used to be. Fair enough. Fair enough. So I think it's just something we're going to have to deal with. At least until Paradox gets around to fixing it. Is it obnoxious? Yes. Is it very noticeable to me? Absolutely. Hopefully it's not too bad for you guys. But I don't think there's anything we can do about it. Now, I wouldn't mind declaring on Sweden. We would like to declare for this duchy up here. Although this is actually only a single county, isn't it? Yes, it is. So we should go for just this county. We'll declare that. We do have a vassal limit issue, but it's fine. We'll deal with that later. We're going to raise up our men-at-arms over here. Do we need more? Sweden's in another war. They have 3,000 troops. I think we're fine with just men-at-arms. So we're going to come over here, and then the plan is to come and siege their capital. And I mean, I suppose we could raise up like 2,000 levy troops just to guarantee. Well, they did have that ally. They have 6,000? Okay. We'll raise up like 3,000 levy troops, just to make sure that we have comparable troop numbers. We'll go 4,500. Just make sure that we have greater than comparable troop numbers. That'll be fine. 5,000 is... Sure. That'll work. Close enough. We have superior troop numbers now, and that is completely fine. We have a lot of gold, and there's not really too much that we're going to spend it on, which is always exciting. I mean, not yet, anyway. We're going to spend it. But we need to get some technology rolling first. Knighthood is going to be done in about 7 years. Trebuchet is in 27. It's a bit spicy for sure. And what is the late medieval period, like, supposed to be? For us, it was 1215 when we reached the high medieval period. But we don't have any texts from this just yet. So that is fine. Let's check in on the status of this war over here. Oh, these guys, they don't need to gather for all 19 months there for the, like, 2 extra nights that they're going to get. No, that's fine. They can just wander on up here and we'll get our siege done. Thank you very much. Sweden is sieging our territory like a bunch of jerks. We're not surprised by this. We did declare war on them. Technically, we are the jerks here. But they didn't immediately capitulate. Like... Just surrender to the Great Khan. You know you want to. You get to be a vassal. It's a very good deal. Like, in exchange for you becoming my vassal, you give me a bunch of taxes, and you give me a bunch of levies, and I give you very little. That's the way that this works. It's a great deal. It's absolutely fantastic. Everybody loves it. Like, look at these factions. Everyone loves it. They're just super, super into it. I may be defeating my point. I believe that I have defeated my point successfully. Successful defeation of one's own point. Defeation is not a word. Successfully defeating one's own point is a very important thing, though. Excellent. He should just submit to the Great Khan, though. It'll happen eventually, whether he likes it or not. So we're going to move on in over here. We finished beating up the Swedish force a bit. Do we capture their leader? Actually, yes, we do. Fantastic. So we will enforce our demands and disband our troops. That, of course, means... Oh, we actually captured him and his heir. Hilarious. That does, of course, mean that we need to hand this out, and we're not going to give it to our player heir. There we go. And we can transfer this person to Pomerania. Okay, sure. That's something that we're happy to do. But what we really want to do is check in on the duchy situation over here. Okay. So we need to fight Upland. And this is going to be potentially an awkward war here. Yeah, there's 2 duchies here. We've got de jure counties. But I want to check on these claims. Anybody have any exciting claims here? The answer to that is no. No one has any exciting claims. So we're just going to go for probably Finland for right now, and we'll take that. No big deal. We'll raise up our troops over here. Actually, I don't want to raise like this. I want to raise men-at-arms, and then I want to raise levy troops separately. In case anyone is wondering why I raise them like this, the reason is because I want to be able to separately stop raising the 2 armies. For the men-at-arms, I want to be able to stop raising it if the knights are going to be super late, and I want to be able to stop raising the levy troops when they reach certain numbers. That's why I raise it this way. So they have like 2,200 troops. That's hilarious. We're just going to raise like 3,000 here. That'll be more than enough. There we go. Sweden joined the war, but we just beat Sweden, so no problem. Our men-at-arms will arrive eventually. It will not take them 14 months. And I'm wondering why the Pope hasn't been declaring holy wars. Hey, Mr. Pope. Do you, What? We can punish criminal on the Pope? I'm sorry, what? We will imprison the Pope if we win. The Pope is the same age as us, and he is whole of body, so this could get kind of spicy. I want to try it, just because this is ridiculous. We're just challenging the Pope to an honor duel because we think he should be imprisoned. Why would he accept this? Single combat. Me and the Pope. Let's go. Oh, for a few brief moments, Pope Honorius and I pace in lazy half circles, each watching for an opening. I heft my sword, ready to defend myself, while he clutches his axe firmly to hand. He looks like the kind of guy that would use an axe. This fight may only be till first blood, but that doesn't ease my nerves. With a sudden twitch, our bout begins. Spotting an opportunity, Honorius lunges forward and headbutts me hard in the face. I reel backwards, wrong-footed. I mean, look at that hat. That hat is quite an advantage to headbutting. So, I'm not surprised that he went for that. We can hurl a heavy silver purse at him for 20 gold. We don't care about gold. A medium increase to our likelihood of success. Okay, do it. Snatching a heavy purse of monies from my waist, I lob it at Honorius. It hits him right in the face, giving me a brief opening for a quick slash with my sword. Honorius stays stock still, seemingly hoping I'll just throw down my sword. My form is good, with only small errors, and Honorius' stance is a disaster. My opponent is still holding off my blows well, but he seems close to faltering. Medium and medium, high and medium, this is just better, and low. So strike, parry, riposte, and we'll lose some stress because we're wrathful. My sword arm moves fast as lightning and strikes as hard as sundered stone. Blow by blow, I beat my opponent into bloody concussed submission, hammering him into the ground with all the fury Tengri can lend me. When all that's left is a quivering pile of bleeding man, I wonder if I've gone too far. Then Honorius coughs hard enough to lose his grip on his axe, and I allow myself a little sigh of relief. With the worry over, I kick my foe's weapon away and lay my own against his throat. It takes a few tries, but Honorius gets to yield out eventually. So we just beat the Pope in single combat. Fantastic. And he is now imprisoned. Good luck calling crusades now, Mr. Pope. I like it. I like it a lot. Of course, while we were challenging the Pope to single combat, we're also fighting Upland. So that's the thing. That was just the weirdest thing that I've ever seen. It's just like, yeah, you can just challenge the Pope to single combat because you feel like he should be in jail. Why would he accept this? I don't understand. It makes no sense. But okay, sure. If that's what we're doing, I like it. It is a hilarious story to beat the Pope in single combat. After he headbutts you with the Pope hat. Like, okay. That's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. That is definitely pretty good. So this fort is going to be sieged very quickly here. 20 days on that one, and then we're going to go up and siege this fort, of course. We're just going to keep sieging, I feel like. As of right now, I don't know where their army is, and I kind of don't care. Where is their army? Down here. Cool. Yep, I don't care about that. That is completely fine. The abhorrent fiend. What a jerk. Did we just inherit something? Did I just click through an inheritance? What did we inherit? What do we got? That's the barony we're supposed to have. I feel like I just clicked through an inheritance, but I didn't. Our domain limit dropped. Fair enough. We're going to grant this off. Not like I'm super happy about that. What is going on with this faction? I guess these guys are upset that we imprisoned the Pope through single combat. Ah. Okay, so this Norse faith is a warmonger. Wait, what? He has offensive war malice, but his faith has warmonger as a tenet, which is supposed to give at peace opinion instead of offensive war opinion. Weird. Sir, are you okay? I mean, he's not okay. He is disfigured. But I feel like he's not supposed to be upset about this. Regardless, let's see what we've got available here. We have options. Just granddaughters. What about sons? He actually doesn't have any unmarried female children. So we would have to do something about that. Let's see if we can negotiate with any of these. It's a bit of a long shot. I wouldn't expect to be able to negotiate with any of them, but we should check regardless. Okay. He's got the offensive war malice, but they're orthodox. Fair enough. Fair enough on orthodoxy. We could demand conversion on this guy and see what happens. He refuses. Okay, fair enough. Let's see here. We could demand conversion on this lady as well and see what happens, and demand conversion on this guy. Anything? She wants a hook. I actually accept that. And 300 gold. I accept that too. Okay, so we're going to then... I would love to utilize our hook to get her to leave the faction. I feel like that's something that you should be able to do. Unfortunately, that is not something that we can do right now. This guy, we want to revoke his title. 70% chance. That's not as much as I was hoping for. We'll probably come back to that. Ah, this guy is in charge now. I mean, he's not very upset at us. He's, in fact, in the liking us category. As are most of these people, to be fair. I don't know, maybe we should just allow that faction to fire? We'd be able to put it down pretty quickly, I think. So, maybe we should. I'll think about it, for sure. We'd like to get that above vassal limit malice gone before they fire. That would be nice. So the siege is finishing up. We're at 29% war score. And they're going to fire in 7 months. We would want this war to be over first. Well, this guy's in charge again now. Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. I have no idea who this person is. This doesn't get us an alliance, obviously. So that's fine. I really feel like this guy shouldn't have an offensive war mouse, unless, now that I think about it, maybe the offensive war malice only happens with a warmonger faith if they're the same faith as you. And otherwise, warmonger is essentially ignored. I suppose that's a possibility. Yeah, I think that it is a possibility. So yeah, I think we're just going to put this war, or put this rebellion down the old-fashioned way. I think that's going to be the goal. We'll get some sieging done over here. And I mean, it's going to be like Poland that rebels, so that's not too bad. We have ticking war score here. 5 months. I'm just trying to figure out the timing right now on this war. Whether I think that this war is poorly timed for us or not. Throw him in jail. Maybe he's one of the faction members. I doubt it. But that would be funny. Oh, this guy's in charge now. I mean, we have grandchildren, but grandchildren doesn't do the trick. Even with the heir? Even with the heir. Okay. I think that this is somewhat poorly timed, but I also do think that we need to handle this faction. Like, properly handle them. They've been brewing for a very long time, and they need to just chill. So I think that's going to be the overall idea here, is we force them into chilling. We got a stewardship lifestyle perk there, and we'll take at any cost. Excellent. Remember, we can always hire 1,000,000 mercenaries to deal with this. And that may, in fact, be what we end up doing, is just hiring mercs. Because we have a lot of monthly income. We are doing very fine on our economy at this point. 2 months on this ultimatum, and yeah, I think that's okay. We'll finish up with the siege force here. Go ahead and do that. Fantastic. And these guys, they're going to... Oh, hello. That's actually pretty convenient. When do we arrive there? In 57 days. Sounds good to me. It's going to be really close. Kind of depends on how long they delay their ultimatum send. We'll find out. This will be very interesting. It dropped a little bit in power. These guys are fleeing. Unsurprising. They can send their ultimatum at any time. Our sister drank herself to death. That's not great. The battle is joined. That wasn't enough war score. Sad. We got the nephew, but that's not actually counting towards war score from prisoners. Okay. I was hoping that that would get us what we needed, and yeah, there's the ultimatum. I will not be threatened. We're going to let them fire. And let's take a look. Not too bad. Okay, so who's the actual leader? This guy is the war leader. He's pretty far away from everyone else, if I'm honest. Okay. We are going to hire some mercs here. What? No, don't raise there. Oh, that's a terrible place for them to raise. Let's move this rally point down over here. We're going to raise some of our levy troops, and then we're going to hire more mercs. Can we hire holy orders here? No. Okay. Okay, so we'll hire all of these guys. No problem. These guys will all join together, and we'll continue to hire levy troops, but the mercs are going to immediately come on in. I was planning on having more mercs available, but these guys are, I guess, going to come reinforce this army, finishing that off. That's okay, I guess. It's not the best, but it'll do. So he's raising up troops, and we'll probably win this. Especially when we bring these guys in. That said, this is now down to we'll probably lose. Oh, he did get a huge chunk of troops in there. We have our own reinforcements on the way, but are they too late? Possibly. The answer is yes, they are. That's okay. We'll try to retreat over to here, and we'll raise up like 10,000 more. This is fine. These are mercs, and they're actually completely okay. 10k. Now, did we stop retreating? We did. Beautiful. In we go. There we go. There is another faction behind this, which is Catholic populace. This is not something we can do anything about. They will pop. We're kind of hoping that they fight these guys, but we're going to have a few rebellions going on here, and I guess that's okay for right now. We'll clean this war up, no problem whatsoever, and we'll get this handled. This is going to be completely fine. But that is a, unfortunately, next episode sort of thing. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings And I will see you all next time. And there's that war done. Excellent. Before I go here, I'm just going to hand these off before I forget to do so. We'll just grant those off to, say, this guy and, say, this guy. Fantastic. And as I said, with that, I will see you all next time.